and welcome. I am Katarina and this is my channel, your place for card making, creative inspiration and a little extra sparkle in every project. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Let's jump into today's project. Hi guys! So today I decided to make a gorgeous happy birthday card using some of my Chloe's Creative Craft products, and I pulled out some of the older ones actually to work with, as well as some of the new dies that I have. So in here I'm starting off with a 7¼ by 7¼ of an inch card. There's a reason for the sizing. It's because of the frame that will be going on it. So on one edge, I added onto the back just some red liner tape. Because for the front of my card, I'm going to use acetate. So I have a piece of acetate in here that measures 7¾ of an inch by 7¼ and on the 7¾ of an inch I scored down at 1/2 of an inch and created this tab. On the remaining square I added some red liner tape just around the 4 edges in there, and this will all make sense just in a little minute. So I'm going to use this 1/2 an inch of a tab now to stick it to this part. So I'm going to make sure that it's all lined up nice and square, and now I can remove the backing of the red liner tape and fold this tab over. And this is going to be the back of my card, and the acetate part is going to be the... I can then, whenever I decide who is going to get a card, to add another panel in here to cover up the tab in there. And that's where I will be writing my message. So to add to the front, I've pulled out the die set, and this is one of the newer die sets that I have from Chloe, and this is the Fancy Square 3. And I've taken the largest one and then a few sizes smaller. I taped them together and I cut out a frame, just like so. I done so from a white heavyweight card. This is going to back my colored frame, and this one is from the Pastel Sorbet paper pad, and this is lovely, like a terracotta kind of color. It's like a dark coral. I love it. But because this is quite flimsy, this is 150 GSM, that's why I wanted to have the white behind it, which I will glue together using my collal glue. And now this is why, and now I can show you, this is why the 7¼ of an inch for a card base, because that will just perfectly hide behind that frame. Okay, so very quickly I'm going to glue these two together. So now I'm just taking the backing off all along the 4 sides in here. And now just very carefully making sure that it's all lined up nicely. Sorry if I'm out of shot, it's just I want to see, make sure that it's all nice and centered. I think it's the best if I go from the back in here. Alright, so I find it quite much easier to go from the back. And now I have my card base ready, and I have die cut 3 more of the Fancy Squares. So I went down a few sizes and I cut one from white card, and then the next size down from this, from the same corally card as that one there, or paper. And then one from white card by Embossed this with the peony background embossing folder. How gorgeous is this? I will leave a link to each of these products in the description box below. This is how we layered them up using some foam pads, but this one in here I already added some double-sided sticky on the back. I'm going to remove the backing and I'm going to stick this straight onto the acetate. Trying to center it as best as I can. And now I have one more of the same one cut, because you can see the adhesive in here, and if you want you can cover up this here with another frame as well. I'm not going to bother with that, but I do want to cover this bit up. So I have another one die cut of the same size, to which I added some double-sided adhesive again, and I'm going to remove the backing. So this covers up that adhesive very well. And as I said before, you can add another frame on the inside. Obviously you would need to cut a little bit away in there, but that would tidy up the adhesive too in there. But because I use the silicone one, it is barely visible in there really. So this is our card front. So on this part, on this piece, I'm using my fine tip glue bottle, and I'm adding quite a heavy layer of this glue. It will take a minute to dry, but the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to use the chunky crystalline glitter on this one, and in order for the glue to grab onto those larger chunkier bits in the glitter, I do need to have a heavier load of glue on this. So I've outlined the entire square, and I'm going to bring in the chunky glitter. I do think I need to stock up on this one. Haven't bought one in a long time. These larger bags that I'm getting do last quite a long time. So I'm just adding the glitter very carefully. Don't want to smudge that glue too much in there either, so I'm just being very careful when I'm dipping it into it. So that glue, when it dries completely, it will dry clear, and all you will see is that gorgeous glitter all around. But you will see this on the final images at the end of this video. And for this one here, I'm gonna go with my chisel tip glue pen, because I will be using the fine crystalline glitter on this one. Now I do press down every now and again. I want to have quite a bit of glue in there, and mainly because I have raised areas in there, and I want to make sure that I do get into all those nooks and crannies in there between the embossed areas. And this time I'm bringing in the fine crystalline glitter, which will have that same gorgeous sparkle, but a lot more subtle than the chunkier bits. Now I'm going to bring in some foam squares, and I'm going to cover the back of both of these pieces in this 3D foam, which is going to add some gorgeous dimension to my card, which I love so much. There's a gorgeous embossed panel in there, raised on foam pads. There's lovely dimension already coming together. I absolutely love how this is turning out. So you can see we have this gap from the acetate layer between the frame and the topper, and the topper is what we are going to decorate with flowers. Now I did say that I pulled out some of my older stash, which I haven't used in such a long time. So one of them is the country flower, and I used this burgundy paper. This is not from Chloe's, but I've had this in my stash for years and years, and I've stamped and heat embossed on this, and I used the pink embossing powder, and it was the Sakura Bloom by Wow. And also onto the top layers I cut one with the medium. This has 3 layers, and then the 2 small ones have 2 layers. And for the top layers, of course, I added some glitter, and the one that I decided to use for this one is the Diamante Sparkle, which is such a gorgeous. Okay, and so these flowers were stamped on the same coral card, only on the flip side. So let me show it to you here. It's this Pastel Sorbet Collection paper pad, which has this gorgeous corally one. No, this one here, sorry. Almost showed you the wrong color. So it is this gorgeous terracotta color on one side, but the other side is a much lighter one, and that's what I used to cut these flowers out from. So you can see the flip side is the darker one, and I used the lighter ones. With these two sizes of flowers, I layered a smaller one on top of the larger one, and then of course you can pick up on a little bit of a glitter. And for this one I used the watermelon crush, which is a lovely chunky pink watermelon colored glitter. So that's what I used, just to add a little bit of a sparkle to those. For my leaves I used the Lagoon pearlescent paper, and I cut them with some leaves from the Leafy Foliage die set, and I have just die cut a bunch of these. Then I also have pulled out one of my very old stamp and die sets. I haven't used this in such a long time. I used to use this all the time. This is the Dazzling Foliage. I'm not sure if this one is still available, but it is such a big favorite of mine. And it is this stamp that I used on heat resistant acetate. And I will show you what I've created with that. There's one in here. So it is stamped and heat embossed on acetate. Can you see that? The embossing powder that I used is the Kiln from Wow. And this one I thought matched perfectly to the color of the flowers. So I stamped and heat embossed it, and then I added lots of silver rhinestones, and it was from this little tub in here. I used all the silver ones, some medium and some smaller sizes, and I have three of these prepared. Okay, so all that is left to do is decide to what arrangements I want to do in here, and then I will come back and I will show you the sentiment also. I think I'm just going to use some hot glue in here to glue this down, because that will make it nice and quick. And then I will come back and show you what I made. I do think that I do like this kind of an arrangement in here, although I do have some other ideas for this kind of a layout now to decorate it slightly differently, which I think I will come back and do soon enough. But for now I think I'm just gonna go with these. I do think it's very pretty. So these ones will be just filler flowers all around here and there. I think it's such a lovely color combination. So let me do this and I'll come back and then I'll chat to you about the sentiment. Okay, so this is the arrangement ready in there. How beautiful is this, guys? I am in love with it. Although I'm thinking I might add, because I do have one left over in here, Might add this one just in this corner in there. I think it's missing something in there. You know, it's never enough bling with me. There's always more places to find. There we go. Perfect. Okay, happier now. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this. Look at that sparkle, guys. Look at the sparkle. Okay, so there's a birthday coming up very soon for someone. So I am going to use this happy birthday sentiment. Look at that scriptive writing. How beautiful is that? So to do that, I've used this sentiment stamp set. And it was this one here. From the latest Simple Cards and Papercraft magazine. There was also another stamp set included in that one. So if you haven't yet seen this magazine, check it out on the Craft World website. I will leave a link to this one also in the description box below. I only used the sentiment today, and to stamp that, I thought this one was a perfect color match. This is the Loganberry or Cloud9 ink pad range from Lisa Horton. So I stamped and I heat embossed with clear embossing powder, so it has that lovely shine. And I think I'm gonna add it on this corner in here, bottom right. I'm going to add some foam pads just on this side here where it will touch this section. So to embellish my flowers a little, I'm bringing in the sparklers and I'm going to drop one of those in each of these larger flowers. And then I'm just going to add just a little white pearl in the middle of each of these flowers. I did think of adding maybe some glitter in there, the same watermelon crushes I used on the petals, but then I decided to go for these pearls. I do think it just changes up the look of the flowers again a little bit, and I love how elegant these look. And with the magic of editing and after a good night's sleep, here it is in its full glory. Can you see? Once all that glue dries clear, there's no white showing at all, just some beautiful sparkle. Make sure you use some dry clear glue for techniques like this. It's absolutely stunning. I will show you some still images as well as this one, but it's very hard to capture the sparkle on photos. That's why I prefer to show you a little video footage too when there's so much going on this card. It is just stunning. I'm in love with it. But most importantly, I would love to read your thoughts on this card. So make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section below. Do let me know, what do you think? What do you think of the color combination as well? I am in love with it, but would love to hear your thoughts. What colors would you like to see me use on cards for some lovely floral arrangements? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet done so, because I will be back very soon with my next one. Hit the notification bell and I'll see you back soon. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss my next video, and in the meantime feel free to click on these rectangles for more creative inspiration. Until the next time, see you soon. Bye!